all of us have done other work since the show ended, and I just said to them, okay, you ruined everything else. That's the way I feel.
For real.
For real. You go on another set and you go, oh, it's not Maisel.
Super interested to hear what you think about the ending. Do you think fans are going to be satisfied? Do you think they're going to be crying?
I have seen the entire 5th season. So I found it, the great wish every year is that they're surprising, Amy and Dan, the show's creators and showrunners. And that surprise element continues all the way through the 5th season. And I was thrilled about that. I'm thrilled about the way that they, quote unquote, stuck the landing. I think the final episode will be wildly entertaining, but also satisfying to real fans of the show.
And the last season, the last episode of every beloved series, that is a very tough nut to crack. And I've been an audience member that's been really disappointed. I wanted something else. You look forward when you've been invested in a show, like when it was The Sopranos or the mythology around the last MASH episode or Who Killed JR. It's a big deal, the last episode of beloved series. And I think it's a very tough challenge for the writers.
Yeah.
And I think they did a great job.
Oh, wonderful. I'm so excited to see it myself. I'm curious for you both. You bid farewell to the show during your last day on set, but now you're re-entering this final chapter with the fans. How has it been for both of you kind of emotionally there?
Well, not yet with the fans because they haven't seen it. So we'll begin that journey on April 14th, of course. I look forward to it, to go. They're going to drop 3 and then 1 a week for 6 weeks. And I'm greatly looking forward to that process. Every year, it's an extraordinary ramp up for fans who reach out through social media, or you'll see them in public. And then they're just so unbelievably supportive and sweet and enthusiastic. So, yeah, of course, we're looking forward to that.
Yeah. And then it's like, there's been so many endings. Like there was the last table read, there was the last day on set. Then there was the last day I was in the sound studio doing my ADR, and there would always be tears like, this is the last time. And then there would be this sort of surprise, except we're going to be together to do this week of press as we launch this final season, and we'll be together again in LA for the very last episode when it drops. And so I think, it's when all of that is done that I think the real sort of mourning period will begin then.
Yeah, we've had a Maisel family text thread among the cast that has been going strong whether we're shooting or not shooting, especially fun in the off season. That has continued all through since we finished shooting in November, and I feel will pretty much go on till the end of time. That keeps us all very much in each other's lives.
Oh, that's wonderful.
Yeah.
But I will tell you, I've said to Amy and Dan, all of us have done other work since the show ended, and I just said to them, okay, you ruined everything else. That's the way I feel.
For real.
For real. You go on another set and you go, oh, it's not Maisel. You put on these clothes and you go, oh, it's not as good.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You just have to accept that the bar will be lower.
Yeah.
It's just,
We were lucky, and now we're not.
Yeah, exactly.
I know. I feel so lucky to have been on this journey together, but now I'm like devastated. You've broken my heart so many times.
Well, never say never. According to all television rules, we'll be back in 5 years with a movie.
Yeah,
yeah, exactly. Well, I can't wait for when it does happen. And I know you can't say a ton about the final season. Don't want to get you in trouble.
What do you want to know?
Yeah, tell me the ending. Yeah.
Okay. What happens is you want to be surprised.
But you know how the fans are so excited? We were exactly the same way as actors.
Yeah.
We had no idea how they were going to land the plane. We were like, what do you think's going to happen? Yeah. I even had pitched the idea to everybody in the cast that we should all write down how we think the show is going to end. Yep. And then after we actually found out how it ended, we'd all pool our ideas together. And Amy was a little scared that one of us would come up with a better idea, so she wouldn't let us do it.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
As if that was possible.
Right. Well, is there anything that you can tease for us a little bit about how your journeys are wrapping up with the show without spoiling too much?
I would just keep using the word surprise. It's one joy of the show throughout all these seasons, and it is at its best in season 5 in terms of surprises. which just makes the adventure so much more exciting while it's unfolding in front of you. So surprises,
And
big
surprises, yes. And that she never wavers in pursuit of her dream. That's the thing, no matter what the obstacles are. And I think that's, it inspires me as just a person to see somebody never give up. It's so easy to give up, and she never does.
The inner power and strength of Midge is unparalleled.
Absolutely. And this show has meant so much to so many people, whether it's inspirational or reminding them of family, of their own relationships. What do you think it is about the show that both of you will take with you forever, for the rest of time?
Well, for me, there's two things. One is that excellence is good business. I'd almost been talked out of that by being in show business for so long, which is always looking for ways, I guess, to spend the least and make the most. And everywhere you look in terms of this show, there is an A-plus person down the line in every single department. So that being excellent is something that has been inspired in me by this show. That it really pays off, that kind of excellence. And it paid off in this show in a big way. And also courage. All of these characters are very brave. They are making a new world for themselves in terms of the real story of this country. This family, the Maisels, who very recently probably came to this country in the early days, we get our dream. We get to leave the city and buy a house and live in the suburbs. The thing we're all avoiding now in every single way so we can live in big cities. But, that was the American dream, and they were a part of it. And so I have sort of like internalized that too.
Oh, I love that. And Kevin, what about you?
This was the most challenging and rewarding work I've been fortunate enough to do. As an actor, the great responsibility of lifting these incredible scripts off the page, having the trust from Amy and Dan, who both directed almost every episode, one or the other. Almost zero notes from them the entire experience, which meant, it takes a while to learn. Oh, that means you're doing it right.
Right.
As opposed to, why isn't mommy or daddy telling me I'm good? So just the sense of this is some of the hardest stuff I've done, and also the most rewarding. Really, a sense of gratitude through all that has been maybe the best.
Wonderful. I am so grateful to both of you for your performances throughout the show, and I am so excited to see how it ends. So thank you so much for your time, and I'll get back to you about the finale.